This is, now when you're growing aquaponically, it's very important that the fish be able to breathe. So this is called an oxygenator. It just keeps the bubbles in the water. You know, the water's, at the same time, you have to filter the fish waste because a high concentration of ammonia, the nitrates and the nitrites, will kill both plants. So your job is to make sure you got good oxygenation and that you're filtering all of the solids out of your tank, right? And there's a process by which you could do that. It's not that difficult to learn. Once you get it down, don't be afraid to kill 1,000 fish, right? Before you become successful at it. You can say, oh, all my fish are dead. No big deal. Go get you some goldfish, start off, because they're cheap, or any other fish that's germane to the country. And use that. Not that difficult. Now this one, this slide here, I made it just for you guys to understand. This is using vermipost. Oh, I'm sorry. You got a question? Uh-huh.
Does it mean everything you grow is purely organic?
Everything I grow is what?
Purely organic.
Yes. It's everything you see here is organic. We don't use no pesticides, no herbicides. And if I did, I would use organic pesticides. Yeah. So speak a little louder.
Hydroponics. Can it be practiced in still water without floating systems and oxygen storage?
How do you
Use hydroponic in still water?
in still water?
Yeah, without floating system or oxygen storage.
Without?
Floating system or oxygen storage. Okay, my question is, can you practice hydroponic system in a still water?
Okay.
Without a floating system or an oxygen storage?
Well, so on a hydroponic system, you have to have the right nutrients, right? And a recirculating system. And the media could be a combination of media. Lava rock, could be coconut fiber. You're using media that's really easy to maintain and is cost effective. Still water, you do need to add nutrients to your water, right? If you don't have good nutrient delivery in your water, then your food won't grow. Kinda?
I mean that, see, there's no oxygen in the water.
No.
It's still water.
Still water.
And the plants still grow when the nutrients are still available.
Can the plant still grow? Yes, 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 yes. So this one here is, this is my system that we designed. And this is where we have the school gardens. So right here in the bottom of the bin, and these bins should be food grade bins, okay? Which means that they'll last you at least 4 or 5 years. Right here is I have some real thin cloth that allows the water to go through, right? But before I do that, I put gravel in the bottom, right? So you got gravel and then you got this little thin cloth here, and then from there I put the compost in so that everything will flow down and through the system and then go back into the reservoir where we pump the water back again over and over and over, right? So you see here we're putting the compost in, right? And in this case, this is premium organic compost we're using. Kind of gets to your question. Is really key to this because you want to keep your costs down as a farmer. This is a little greenhouse that I designed for school, right? So we use what we call Solarplex material, that's really light diffuser, right? And I have my garden right here with the drip system. Right here I got 40-gallon reservoir. Now they're on both sides, over here and over here. 100-watt solar panel, right? And over here, I got a 300-gallon tote tank where I capture all of the rainwater coming off the roof, and boom. There's enough water in this tote tank to water this garden for 78 days out of the year. Just in case if you need, you know, you got a power outage, or if it doesn't rain or whatever, you always got a good storage of water there. This is tower garden. Now a lot of you're probably like, oh wow, this is fantastic. Yeah, this is another bomb kind of way to grow, right, in the 21st century. All of your nutrients is down here in the base of this tub, right? And what you're gonna do? Pump it up, spray the roots of the plants consistently. And then you're gonna come in every morning and you're gonna say, let us pray. So this is a cost-effective, it's easy. Yes, I'm sorry.
With this system, wouldn't the nutrients in the water reduce as it keeps going up?
With the nutrients in the system,
because if the first plant should, let's say, get the pipe, the second will get 4, then the third, the nutrient quantity keeps reducing.
so what you do is you would, as you check your system every day, you make sure you check the pH in the water, make sure it's 6.57, right? And then from there, you add more nutrients. So there's never a deficiency of nutrients here that allows you to grow as many plants as you want, right? So you can have, in this system right here, like 100 plants, right? And this is inside of a greenhouse. So you see what I mean? No soil, just a bunch of PVC pipes, the tubs with your nutrient delivery system. Now on top of your greenhouse here should have your solar panel, right? Now you got the solar farm that I shared with you earlier with my system. I built this one for a Boys and Girls Club in Sacramento, California. And this is like 25 days after we put the garden in. As you can see, the plants are growing, right? All organic. I want to stress that everything is organic. These are some of the, 40 days out, what some of the greens look like. This place is so clean. I put AstroTurf down on the floor. So if you want to go in and take a nap, no problem. You put your little pillow and just sit in there, and the environment is really, really nice as you grow. So in terms of shortening your food chain, as I said earlier, you grow it in the garden. You got local farms. The CSA is basically community supported agriculture, right? And then you got the farm, then you got transport, you take it to the market, to the plate, right? Like I said earlier, if you're growing here and there's a restaurant nearby, maybe next door, or if you're growing on the rooftop, your transport cost is eliminated, right? You don't have to worry about paying the middleman now. So you got the farm, the transport, packaging, distribution, storage, and then finally to the consumer, on and on and on. So home garden, local farms, farmers market, the supermarket, food delivery services. These are all jobs that you're going to be impacting. And some of them you don't need anymore. But as you expand your operation, you may need to have this. If you're growing, the one thing I'll say is, if you decide to farm for a living, concentrate on specialty crops, ethnic specialty crops that carry a higher profit margin. If you're Asian, bok choy. If you're Indian, the curry. African American or African. You can grow kale, you grow your carrots, you can grow all of these different types of veggies that carry a higher profit margin. And that's how you become successful. Here, got moringa cannabis. As I said earlier, you guys are in the 21st century. It may not be legal today, but it will be in the future. So prepare yourself to extract the compounds from both plants. Create your own new food. Cellular, right? CBD, moringa for inflammation, for pain, toothpaste, hair products, cosmetics, unlimited. So it takes a community to raise a farm, right? There's my website, there's my contact, and just to give you a little bit of flavor in terms of how all of this stuff works. Any questions?
Are you full-time farmer? I want to
No,
know.
I'm kind of retired now,
Oh,
but I still farm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know what inspired you to do it.
My grandfather inspired me to farm, but I didn't really like the old way of farming until hydroponics, aquaponics, vermiponics, all of those things came into surface. Then I got interested again. But I got away from it for like 25 years, right? And so nowadays, I farm when I want to. It's not an occupation. I do more teaching, putting gardens in. I call them learning labs for the next generation to learn how to grow for profit and for consumption. It's really, really easy to do. So I would encourage you guys to seriously look at 21st century farming opposed to the old traditional way, because there's a big, big world out there and you got to eat to live. So grow for what you know. So let me step into moringa a little bit. A part of my journey over here is Dr. Newton and I, we met on Zoom 4 years ago. We were the only two people that looked like me and you out of the whole country of India. And there were 400 people on the Zoom call 3 days straight. And I still don't know how they found me. Way over in America, but they found me somehow, asked me to do a presentation. I did, and about 3 months later, they came back and did